So you can see it as soon as that door cracks open, illuminates my running board. Nice and bright. Hey guys, Evander here, back with another video, and today I bring you EVBase's latest model for their RGB welcome ambient lights. These ambient lights will sit right here in the door sill, and when you open the door, in low light conditions, it will illuminate. It has a bunch of animations that you get to choose from, and it obviously just looks great on its own. This is going to replace their previous model, which is this reflective, shiny sort of model that has the Cybertruck logo. So we still kept the logo, but this time we switched over to a carbon fiber appearance, which of course I love. I've been switching everything over to carbon fiber as I find them. So this is going to go great for my Cybertruck. What I also like that they upgraded is instead of micro USB to charge these, we have USB-C. So we don't need to find those weird micro USB cables that only charge a few things left in your house. We can just use a USB-C cable that your phone can use. So really like that they switched over. And lastly, instead of a magnetic attachment like their previous model, it uses adhesive strips, and they have these little kind of sliding brackets to help mount it to the door sill so it can't fall off. The magnetic attachment worked on the first model, but every now and then I have a guest get in or out and they step on it and it might slide around and they maybe put it in the wrong spot, and I would risk losing one every time that would happen. So I've been using these for a couple weeks now to make sure none of them have fallen out on the other side where I've installed them, and they work great. They can take a beating a bit better than the shiny reflective brother, simply because it's a lot more noticeable to see any scratches on a reflective surface like this. So I'm glad we have an upgraded model. It's going to go great with my look of my Cybertruck, and it should stay put better as well. So let me show you just how easy this new model is to install. Before we do that, link in the description below if you're interested, and do not forget to use RedKnave20. It's going to save you 20% on these or anything else in your cart for EVBase. All right, let's get into it. Before we install them, let's take a good look at these. Each kit comes with 2 pair. You got 2 of them longer and 2 of them shorter. Shorter ones go in the back, longer ones go up front. So when you install these, you want to have this bracket in place on the light already. So make sure this is inserted in. Again, it kind of slides to the side and that locks it on. Before we put the adhesive strip on, let's move the old one out of the way. You want to get some 70% isopropyl alcohol, put a little dab of it on a microfiber cloth, and just clean your door sill nice and good. Get any debris and grease and grime out of there. That way your adhesive sticks nice and good. I got this little door sill thing before any of these existed and just got that on Etsy. I think it looked kind of cool. I'm going to leave it in place though, since you'll still be able to see this Cybertruck logo from underneath. I'm going to take the longer one and kind of dry fit test it, because when we install this, we can't put it like too far to the left, or there's a gap underneath here. They have to find like the flattest spot where the length of this is nice and flat throughout, and it pretty much centers it, about where I had my existing Cybertruck sticker on there. So again, the kind of dry fit test, if you're too far this way, it's not touching underneath here. There's a whole gap. So you need to go until it's nice and flat on both sides. So right about there, just peel off this red adhesive tape. I'm glad there's only 2 of them. And then line yourself up. I'd recommend, you don't want to go too far out. You don't want a lip that can be pried up. You want it just about to the edge, right about there, and not too far back in. So just give it a nice good amount of pressure on those 2 spots where the adhesive is. And here is the power button. You can kind of notice it's got the little symbol right here. That's what controls the animation. I'll quickly go through them. Basically, you've got color that goes back and forth, and then it illuminates the whole thing. Does that through, blue, white, red, green, etc. This one is just solid colors. Here we've got a myriad of colors that quickly move. Not quite a rainbow. Looks like it moves back and forth, left and right. Now we've got a rainbow effect that strobes slowly through, and then it looks like it goes backwards as well. This, again, more cycling through different colors. So a whole lot of choices, way more than the first model. Actually, I really like these animations better than the first model. That one's pretty cool. Kind of just a slow, goes through every color, but one at a time through the whole faceplate at once. So totally up to you which one to choose. Knowing me and my red Cybertruck, bam, I think that's the one. It's got a really cool kind of opening animation, and then it just stays solid afterwards. So I'm going to go with that one. All right, one down, like super easy to do. So one to go, just do the rear passenger seat. Here we are in the rear passenger. So we're going to use the shorter one, replace this. I didn't clean anything up, so you can see what a dirty truck looks like. And we'll give it a nice good wipe. The area I'll be applying it. And yeah, all the gross wetness, it's been raining here in the Bay Area, on and off, can get underneath your door. So I'm gonna give it a quick wipe. I'll probably go wash my truck today, so I'm not gonna do too much. But yeah, these are dust and water resistant. You've got the little charging hole on each of them, has a little plug, and that's where the USB-C is. This should last many, many uses, depending on how many times you open and close your door in low light environments. I still have the driver's side up, and those have been on there for weeks, and I haven't yet to need to recharge them. So I feel like the battery is also improved in this newer model. Luckily, it kind of helps cover up my little vinyl Etsy sticker there. So I think I'm going to center it just like that. The rears only have one adhesive strip compared to the two on the front. And then, again, we don't want to go too far out, too far in. Kind of find it so it's like just on the edge of your door sill. Give it a nice good push. Done. And then you don't have to have them all in sync with the same animation, but I feel like I will. So I'm going to choose the same one back here. When the time eventually comes to recharge, all you got to do is go up to it. At least on the passenger side, you're going to push it towards the front. That will release it from its little locking bracket. And then go plug it in with this little charge port hole right here. And then it will actually illuminate and show you that it's fully charged, I believe, with colors, like green is fully charged. And then when it's all charged up, just go put it back on your truck, slide it into place, and lock it in, pushing it back to the left. There you go. It's not going anywhere. It can be stepped on and much more stable than its magnetic counterpart. So very cool upgrade. That's what the two of them look like compared. Again, feel like all the little scrapes, scratches, it's about time for a refresh. So I'm glad we've got these newer models in stock. All right, we've got a darker nighttime. And as soon as this door unlocks and moves out of the way, we've got that animation. Very nice. Really looks great with the running board below it. And we've got RGB going throughout the whole Cybertruck now. We've got that dashboard, LED ambient light, the footwell lights you get a little sneak peek of, but that video won't be out for another few weeks. And here we go, the door sill. Let's go through a couple of these animations. Looks even cooler in the nighttime. Where's the rainbow one? That one's kind of cool. There we go. So now we got rainbow road mode going on in there. And as soon as you shut the door, it automatically turns off. Open it up, turns back on. These do turn off after a few minutes of idling. But yeah, that's what it looks like at night. All right, guys, we got RGB going throughout this Cybertruck. Got the LED light strip in the dashboard. Now we've got the welcome lights with the carbon fiber. It's just all coming together. I've got some carbon fiber on the way from EVBase for this armrest for the doors. Absolutely love it. If you're interested in these or anything else from EVBase, link in the description below. And of course, don't forget to use RedKnave20. It's going to save you 20% off your entire cart. Also helps out the channel just a little bit. Keeps me going. Be sure to leave a like. And don't forget to subscribe and share. Thanks for stopping by, and I will see you shortly in the next video.